Welcome to Yoshita's kitchen. Today I shall be sharing the recipe of my homemade 100% whole wheat bread without using any kind of bread machine. One of the major benefits of making your own whole wheat bread at home is that you know exactly what kind of ingredients you are adding to your bread. This recipe is packed with the goodness of various healthy ingredients. The flax seeds added in this bread are full of omega-3 fatty acids. Pumpkin seeds are high in antioxidants. Sunflower seeds are packed with vitamins and minerals. Sesame seeds added in this are high in calcium, and whole wheat flour is high in fiber. So just follow the simple steps mentioned in this recipe and you will get a perfect loaf of fresh home-baked whole wheat bread. So let's dive into the recipe now. For this recipe, take 3 cups of whole wheat flour, add 1 teaspoon of rock salt to it, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You may replace this olive oil with any other neutral flavor oil. Now add the activated yeast mixture to your flour. This I prepared by taking half cup of lukewarm milk, adding 2 tablespoons of jaggery powder and half tablespoon of instant dry yeast to it. Mix it nicely and then keep it aside covered at a warm place for around 10 to 15 minutes. It will become frothy. If it does not become frothy, discard it and prepare a new batch. Now knead your dough using lukewarm water. The quantity of water may vary according to the quality of flour you have taken. Initially, your dough has to be very sticky. If it is not, then feel free to add more water to your dough. Now at this stage, add 1 tablespoon each of pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, sesame seeds and sunflower seeds to your dough. Now here I am adding 2 tablespoons of Italian mixed herb seasoning. You may completely skip it. Now after all the ingredients of the dough have come together, clean your kitchen countertop. You can see my husband helping me in cleaning the kitchen countertop. Now place your dough on the countertop and start kneading it. The dough will be very sticky initially. Make sure that you stretch your dough and then pull it back. We are basically going to activate the gluten in our flour, and this action will help in that process. Now keep on kneading your dough for at least 10 minutes. There is no shortcut to it. You have to knead your dough for at least 10 minutes to get a soft and fluffy bread. I kneaded my dough for 15 minutes at a stretch. The dough will be very sticky initially, but please do not add any flour to it. The stickiness will get reduced with time as you keep on kneading your dough. And you need to beat your dough also like this, like a washerman does to his clothes. Kneading a bread dough may be tiresome, but if you switch on your favorite music while kneading it, then you will enjoy it. Now after 15 minutes of kneading your dough, take a large bowl and generously grease it with some olive oil. Now apply some olive oil to your dough as well. Grease it nicely and then fold it as shown in this video a few times. Just keep on folding it a few times inwards in 2 opposite directions. And this way you are making sure that your dough is completely smooth on the top. And then keep this dough in your grease container for it to get proofed. Cover it with some damp cloth and keep it at some warm and dark place for 1 hour to rise. This is the first proofing of your bread dough. Now here you can have a close look at the rise in your dough after first proofing. There are air pockets in it also. Now lightly dust your countertop with some flour and take your dough out of the container and knead it with very light hands for around 1 minute. Now after 1 minute of kneading the dough, dust your countertop again with some dry flour and stretch your dough and give it a rectangular shape of the size of approximately 6 inches by 12 inches. Now fold both the longer sides inwards as shown here and pinch the edges to seal them. Then start rolling it widthwise. Pinch the first roll and keep on moving till the edge, and finally pinch the edges to seal it. Now while baking your bread, make sure that the sealed edge of this dough is at the bottom of the pan. Now seal the sides also. Seal it nicely so that it does not open up while it is baking. Now take a generously greased bread loaf pan and place your dough in it and spread it with light hands using your fingers all over the container. The size of my pan is 9 inches by 5 inches. Now I have greased my pan so as to make sure that my bread comes out neatly. Now cover it with some damp cloth and keep it aside at some warm place for 1 hour again to rise, and this is the second proofing. Now mix 1 tablespoon each of milk and olive oil and keep it aside. This you need to apply on your bread dough just before baking it. Now after second proofing, your bread dough is going to rise like this. This is a well-proofed bread. Now apply the mixture of milk and olive oil all over the surface very lightly so that the entrained air is not removed, and then spread some healthy seeds all over the bread surface. Again sprinkle some milk and oil mixture over the bread loaf and bake it in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 25 to 30 minutes. The baking time may vary for different ovens, so keep an eye over your bread while baking it. Make sure that you are using this kind of serrated knife to cut your bread, otherwise you will not be able to cut it. Now take some butter and apply it all over the top surface of your baked bread so as to make your top soft and shiny. Now remove your baked bread from the baking pan and cool it for at least 1 hour, wrapping it nicely in a damp cloth. Now, as we were all impatiently waiting to have a bite of this freshly baked bread at home, so I had to cut it while it was piping hot, and I used a serrated knife for the same purpose. Always use a serrated bread knife for cutting your bread loaves, otherwise you will not be able to get clean edges while cutting your bread. So here you can have a close look at the bread we have baked. See how soft it is. And in case you found something interesting in this video, do hit the like button, share it with your friends and family, subscribe my channel Yoshita's Kitchen if you haven't done yet, follow us on Instagram and Facebook and on our blog yoshitaskitchen.wordpress.com. Thanks for watching.